I was bored.
You think we missed Herrera today?
Yeah, 100%.
But it's like British weather. We just don't turn up. It's absolutely horrible.
Your last game was 0-0, 2014, Newcastle. 0-0 today. When's your next game? I'm going to cheer you up. Anders are back on Tuesday.
We all know how good Foster Mensah is. We've seen him come in a couple of games this season, the way he bursts forward from midfield. You needed that today.
This game is probably the one where we've deserved to draw the most.
The players today didn't perform at their best.
We don't concede many goals at the back. Going forward, I think we're nasty.
And Herrera is the playmaker. He moves things, he makes things happen, and I just not seen it today. I was bored.
You think we missed Herrera today?
Yeah, 100%. Totally. I didn't know what Fellaini was doing in there. I'm sure there was a lot of people that agree. I don't want to sound negative, but I'm not the biggest fan of Fellaini, but there was just nothing happening in there. There was no playmaking, there was no moving forward, and that's just not the team that I expect from United. Like, I expect more. It doesn't matter that we had 7 players, 8 players, however many injured. We're Manchester United. It doesn't matter who we field, we should be winning, even if it is 1-0. But today was just not good enough.
What do we do to turn this place into a fortress again?
I think the players don't really understand what United's about. Like, this badge is everything, and we're just fans. If I played for United, I would give my heart and soul, and these players are just not doing that. And a lot of these players are coming from Manchester. What does it take for these players to really give their heart and soul and play the game that they love? I play football. I would love to be playing for United. Why can't they perform the way that, you know, any person would only dream of? They're playing at the theatre of dreams. They should understand that.
How was the year last 2014? 0-0 against Newcastle. Expected something better today, but...
Hold on. Yeah. Your last game was 0-0, 2014, Newcastle. 0-0 today. When's your next game?
Probably Chelsea.
Can you let me know and I won't turn up? Hi guys, Adam here with Gary at Hotel Football. 0-0 against West Bromwich Albion today. Gary, 2 more points dropped. How disappointing is that?
Very disappointing. Unfortunately, we go these days, we expect it. We knew before we started the game that we needed to play open, attractive, penetrating football. Just not happened. Just not good enough.
Why do you think that is? Is it the tactics from the manager, the injured players that we had out today, the players at the club aren't good enough? What do you think the reason is for that?
It's hard to say, really. I felt confident coming to the game. I thought we'd be good today. But it's like British weather. We just don't turn up. It's absolutely horrible.
It's
really frustrating.
How do we turn this place into
a... This is the weather. It's exactly the same. It's bloody awful.
How do we turn...
It's like the traffic. Nightmare.
How do we turn this place into a fortress again?
Confidence. Believe in yourself. Be comfortable with yourself in your own surroundings. You're at home. We are Manchester United. We should be turning out and playing like Manchester United. But in the tunnel, we won games in the tunnel. The Roy Keane famous incident. Arsenal out of the game. That's how good Manchester United were. Now the teams are taking us in the tunnel. They're coming out. They're comfortable coming to Manchester United. But before
they do a job, get a point.
They used to be frightened, didn't they? But now they're comfortable.
Is Mourinho the man?
I think so. So his first season. He's come with a lot of baggage, and I think in time he'll get it right. He's.
Happy days.
In time he'll get it right. I think he'll get it right, but it's. Ferguson left us, and we had a lot of old players. Then we had 2 managers, and it's been very poor, hasn't it? And we've got to get it right.
Have you think we've maybe underestimated the job that he had on his hands?
I think so. Without doubt. And I think Mourinho will get it right. It's the right man to do it for the job. I'm not. At the start of the season, I wasn't a Mourinho fan, but now I am.
We've done it again.
Yeah, man. Honestly, this season will go down as like will be remembered as the season of draws. When you watch Premier League years, yeah, with Georgie Thompson, she'll be like, Man United was still undefeated, but had a disappointing 0-0 draw again at home. Honestly.
You watch Premier League years with Georgie Thompson? Lucky you.
No. No, I do. No, man. But just proper disappointing, innit? And a lot of people, I think, are saying, what's the difference between this and Van Gaal? What you'd say to them is that we've not seen a lot of this performance. We've seen a lot of this result, but we've not seen a lot of this performance. So there still is progression forward. People are saying we missed Zlatan today. No, we didn't. It would have been the same result if Zlatan was playing. If this was like the first draw or the second or the third, I'd be like, you know what, there's a lot of positives. We did this, we did that. But this is our 11th draw of the season. That's it now. Like, what else can we do?
It's a problem, isn't it?
It is a problem, and I can't find a logical way of thinking. I can't find a logical answer to this because we always create, we're always better. We're a far superior team to West Brom, man.
Despite the fact West Bromwich Albion have only lost once of the last 4 years here at Old Trafford.
Okay, but have they ever won?
1-2 in it.
All right then. Good team, West Brom.
Any positives?
Yeah, I was just saying earlier, if this was like the first or second game of the season, I would say there are a few positives. Because it's the 11th, there aren't any, because like it's the same thing again. We create, we're better, and then we just don't score. Simple as that. And they were chanting, we've got Tony Pulis.
You want him?
No, I don't want Tony Pulis. We're solid at the back. We don't need. We're not defensively poor. We're good. We're just bad at scoring goals, and I think we heavily missed Ander today. And when I heard about all the injuries, I was like, it's all right, no problem. And then I found out Herrera was injured. I was like, that's it. There's no way we're winning this. If it's 0-0 at half time, there's no way we're winning this.
I'm gonna cheer you up. Ander's back on Tuesday. Cheers, man. Abdullah 0-0, 2 more points dropped. How have we done it again?
Same old. Didn't expect much else, to be honest. When you look at the lineup as well, it was very Van Gaal-esque. It was like sideways passing. I expected it. I said this to you last season, yeah, that someone like Herrera will bring the ball out. Now, Herrera was suspended today. He'll bring the ball out from midfield usually, and then you got Pogba, obviously. You brought him in, he's a world-class player. We've missed him today. But then you've got another option. We all know how good Fosu-Mensah is. We've seen him come in a couple of games this season, the way he burst forward from midfield. You needed that today. There was no energy. Every single time it'd go from side to side. Now, I'm not blaming some of the players in midfield, but that's how they play. And that's the style they're in. For example, that Van Gaal was using them, and it just doesn't suit the style we're playing with. That's why Mkhitaryan didn't do too well today. Yes, on the ball he wasn't as great as he usually was, but at the same time, Mkhitaryan shouldn't have come off for Rooney because he always has something in him, Mkhitaryan. For me, Rooney was just the same old of Rooney again, like last time. Started Bournemouth, didn't make a change in the game. Come on today, an opportunity to get the ball into Fellaini.
Do we need to try something different? Because every game we've drawn at home, we've used the same tactics, 4-2-3-1. We've not broken down the opposition. We've dropped points.
Yeah, you need to try something different, and we didn't today. Like I said, you need to have trust in players like Fosu. We all know what Fosu can do. I don't know what it is. And the thing is, Fosu's been patient because I know if it gets to the end of the season and he feels like he won't get his chance at United, he will leave. He's that good. And a lot of people that I've watched the reserves before know he's that good. He's come on last season under Van Gaal. He played out of position at right back because that wasn't his best position. We've seen some of his tackles. He's very clever as well. He reads the game really well, and he would have made a difference today in midfield. And I understand Fellaini did do pretty well, but you need that bit of burst of energy in midfield.
Any positives to say today?
No, not at all. Obviously, it's just the same thing, isn't it?
I'm going to find one, you know. I found one.
Nah.
I thought Jesse Lingard was mint today.
Oh, yeah. Jesse wasn't too bad. I thought, because obviously it covers it up, but out of all the attacking players, I thought he was our best player today. He was trying his hardest.
And you know what, yeah? Jesse gets the most stick out of everyone, but he was the only one today that was like, give me the ball, I'm going to change this.
Yeah.
No one else done that.
There you go. See, Mkhitaryan usually does that. I don't know what it was with Mkhitaryan. Some of the players didn't seem up for it today. I remember getting to about the 90, just before he gave the extra 4 minutes. I looked down the pitch and I could see Rojo, Fellaini just pushing him up. And Fellaini never goes up the pitch. I'm not blaming just Fellaini, but it just shows the rest of the players that are like, oh yeah, we're not going to win this because we've not really created anything this whole half. At least in the other games we were creating stuff. This game we didn't create anything. The way that Mkhitaryan got that chance, the ball was bouncing everywhere. There was nothing creative about it. Rashford had to come outside the box to do something. It's just not good enough today. Like I said, Adam, and let's just hope, man. Let's just hope we can get a win in some of these big games because for me the top 4 is just drifting further away now. And when you switch your when you switch, obviously, the priority to Europa, there's 2 teams in the final if you make it to a final. I don't get the logic of everyone saying, yeah, we'll just win Europa. It's not simple as that. If you get a team like Lyon in the final, you've got really good players.
You get injuries.
Yeah, you get injuries like today. You miss big players because games like this can be like a final for you, for example, in the league, because you win this, it changes everything. Like last season, we could have got top 4. All we needed was a draw away at West Ham. And I said it last season. And games like this, man, frustrating.
Hi guys, Adam here. I'm with Zayan. We're outside Old Trafford on St Matt Busby Way. United have drawn 0-0 with West Bromwich Albion. Zayan, same old. Why?
I think the players today didn't perform at their best. If we put that team out and they were playing at their best, we would absolutely hammer West Brom. But today, when we had the ball, they had 10 men back. You have to play it over the top, and there should be players at back post. How many players were in our box for them than us? There were only like 2 players for us. They had nearly all their players in the penalty box.
I do get what you're saying in terms. I'm so surprised that you clapped or I clapped that. When someone peeled after the back post, usually Fellaini, the delivery was poor, and when we did get the ball in, there was no one on the back post. Do you think we missed Zlatan today?
Yeah, I think Zlatan or Rashford, they would have been the same, but because I think Rashford would have been better today because both of their centre backs are tall, same as Zlatan. They're not as quick, but Rashford, if he was at his best, he would have been beating them players and shooting and scoring.
Should Jose Mourinho not be able to get something more out of his team? Because this has happened more than once.
Yeah, I think we can get more out of this team because our best team on paper, we have Zlatan, Pogba, some of the best players in the world, but when we see them, they're not as good. And if all our players perform as good as they can, we could, next season, or from now till the end of the season, we can get a top 4.
Hi guys, Adam here with Jed and Summy. We're outside Old Trafford. 0-0 today. I was about to say 1-1 because I'm so used to it, but the end result is United have dropped 2 points again. Jed, talk to me.
I'm embarrassed. I'm absolutely embarrassed.
Me?
I'm embarrassed. No, like, I come to this game, I try. I enjoy all the football, and we're watching this rubbish. Like if you notice, at the back, we're perfect now. We haven't conceded many goals. We don't concede many goals at the back. Going forward, I think we're nasty.
Well, Summy, what do you think, mate?
We weren't creating chances. Normally when we get these draws, we created some chances, but no one was creating chances. And Michael Carrick was poor. I've not seen him play like that all season.
People have criticised Pogba and Zlatan, like Jed. Do you think this shows today that we need them maybe more than people think?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we missed Pogba that much, but I think we needed someone like Ibrahimovic.
We've done it again, Tom. How?
Because we had two shots on target, that's all. How many times are we going to come away and say we should have at least scored? You know, I think this game is probably the one where we've deserved to draw the most because, like we said, 2 shots on target. It was reminiscent of Van Gaal, weren't it? Slow, sideways football. I thought Mkhitaryan was poor. Even if you've got the likes of Herrera, Pogba, Ibrahimovic missing, you should be putting teams like that away. I'm sorry. You've got Craig Dawson playing right back, who used to play for a football team that lived 2 minutes away from my house. And Martial he got past him a little bit, but he didn't really seem to do anything. I thought you had Carrick in the first half playing the quarterback role, and then in the second half, when there's 5 minutes to go, when you need him there picking the ball up and pumping it long, he's halfway up the pitch and Marouane Fellaini's picking the ball up. Why is that? Fellaini's one of the best in the league at bringing the ball down his chest and feeding off to people, and we've just not used his asset today, not used it at all.
2 more points dropped at home. As Tom just pointed out, 11 games now where we've done this. How has that happened again?
I just don't know. I genuinely do not know, Adam. It's the same thing every time I come to the stadium. See, I woke up today thinking it could be a draw again, and look, it's another draw. But honestly, I genuinely don't know what's happened. Maybe, there's been a lot of talk about Griezmann. Maybe we need another striker. Maybe. I mean, I thought Zlatan was a caliber player, but he's been the least clinical in England in terms of goal scoring. So maybe we need another striker. But again, I looked at the lineup and I thought, okay, there's no Pogba, Herrera, Mata. But I thought, no, there's still some game changes. There's still players here who know how to win a football match. We have Rashford playing, Mkhitaryan playing, Rooney came off the bench, Fellaini was playing. You know, these players won the FA Cup for crying out loud. Come on, surely they must know how to break a team down, how to win a football match. But no, it didn't turn out like that.
Should the manager take more of the blame? Because it's not the first time it's happened. So you can't keep telling the players if they're doing the same thing over and over again and the manager's not advising them otherwise. Or am I making excuses for the players?
Look, obviously, Jose's telling him to put the ball in the back of the net, so it's up to the players now. We're playing, look, there's a way United should play. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. There's a way we should play, and Jose's doing that. He's playing the way United should, you know, like the chant says. But it's up to the players, we're just not putting it at the back of the net. It's just simple as that. I just don't know what we need to do.